I'd like to introduce the Deputy Premier, the Minister for Rural and Regional Development, the Honourable Peter Ryan, to say a few words.
Thanks, Gavin. Thanks very much, Gavin, and to you and to Chris on behalf of the Council and the Council personnel who are here, to Richard De La Riva, my parliamentary colleague and fellow minister, and similarly with the local member in Jeanette Powell as the Minister for Local Government and for Indigenous Affairs, to you, Vince Paneri, to all your staff who are here with you today, and I address these comments particularly to those who are here, and please pardon my back, but we got what we've got. To all of you, I welcome you all here today to what is a very, very important announcement on behalf of SPC Ardmona. I might say that many, many years ago, as a mere youth, I worked here at SPC Ardmona. I did several Christmases and the breaks over the time of studies to be part of the workforce here at the facility, and so as well as being a resident in Shepparton at the time and having a very close association with the city itself, I did in fact work on these premises. And Vince, I would like now publicly to apologise for having unloaded the baby food cans by sticking my fingers in the top of them as I took them off the racks and put them on the trays. So I've waited all these years to make that announcement, and I'm pleased to be able to use this occasion to do it. They all went on to be cooked and pressure cooked and sealed and everything of that order, I must say, Vince.
As a good Catholic, you've been forgiven.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Today is an absolute red letter day for SPC Ardmona and for this whole region, for this wonderful part of the state of Victoria, for the city of Shepparton itself, but also for the many, many people who live in the immediate region. And cutting to the chase, SPC Ardmona are announcing today that they are going to invest $90 million in the facility here at Shepparton. Round of applause. I know that Vince will speak in some more detail as to the manner in which that money is to be allocated, but we as a government are thrilled to be able to support SPC Ardmona in this important initiative. We are contributing a total of $4.4 million. $3.9 million of that will come from the Regional Growth Fund, and the other $500,000 will come from the fund which Minister Richard De La Riva administers. And this is important for a variety of reasons. For the state as a whole, it is critically important because at a time when there is a tendency on the part of some to want to talk the state down, and particularly this sector, this is an indicator of the faith which SPC Ardmona are demonstrating in the future, not only of this sector but of this great region. For the employees themselves, the people who are gathered around me here today, for these people, it's security of their position. It's the fact that another 45 jobs are going to be created out of this initiative as it continues to flow forward. For the 275 suppliers who provide their product to SPC Ardmona, it's a message to them, it's a security for them. For all sorts of elements of improvement in the way in which the company does its affairs, it's going to reduce its costs by about $12.8 million through this investment. But over and above that, it will reduce its salt output by some 77 tonnes. It's going to cut its use of water by about 240, 250 megalitres, which is about the size of a reasonable dairy farm. There are many, many other elements involved in this, including cutting the greenhouse gas emissions by about 3,800 tonnes. And so from every aspect, from the operation of the company, this will make a very significant material beneficial change to the way in which SPC Ardmona does business on this site. But over and above it all, it is the signal that it sends to the public at large, to the people of Victoria, and indeed from this part of our state to the people of Australia, that this industry is alive and well. Yes, it's having to adapt. It is having to change. The people who stand around me now are of a different order in the sense of their basic skills and their multi-skilling than one was the case when I was here all those many, many years ago. And so, for the sake of the company, for the people who are about us now, for the region at large, for the state, and for the Australian export market in particular, it is a red letter day, and we are thrilled to bits to be here particularly with those who had the close association with the company and with Shep, to be able to be part of this important announcement. So I congratulate you, Vince. It's a brave step on your behalf. It's one that's been taken after very careful consideration. It's an obvious sign of the confidence that you and those who are associated in the company with you have in the future of this wonderful, wonderful region. And we as a government, particularly through the Regional Growth Fund, we strongly support you in what you are doing. Thanks very much for having us along.